Alright, we're going to be completing exercise 16. So it's critical thinking. We can see Margaret Colvin is a training manager at Educate U, a computer training facility. She would like to create certificates for students who have passed an introductory course in Microsoft Publisher 2007 and print them on some special paper she has bought. So let's start Publisher. That's step number 1. Step number 2, create a publication based on the award certificate. So that's a template. Appreciation number 9. Save the file as 16 certificate underscore and your initials. So let's go to built-in. Then we need to go down to award certificate, which is right here. Click on that, and then it says award certificate number 9. So I'll click on that. Now, before I go and save it, we want to do a couple of these steps first before we create it. So first off, it says change to the Solstice color scheme. So if you need to do that, click on here, scroll to wherever it is in the list, select Solstice, and then also get the capital font scheme. So you can see I already have it selected, but just click, scroll, get to where you need to, and then I can use the same information. It doesn't matter for business info, and I'm going to click create. So I actually just finished step number 3, and I'm actually going to finish step number 2 off by saving the file. So I need to save it as 16 certif and my initials. Alright, great. So we're finished with steps 1 through 3. Step number 4, insert a logo from the design gallery at the top of the certificate. Okay, now the thing is, we don't have it's very difficult to find logos in here just because they've changed it since 2007. So what we're going to do instead is we're actually going to draw a little logo. So I'm actually just going to put a circle in there. Nothing special. Draw in the middle, actually just an oval shape. I'm going to align it, or try to align it. There we go. Let's do it this way. There we go. Okay, certificate of appreciation, and then here I'm gonna change the color of the circle. Shape fill, I'm gonna get the color from, oh, not what I wanted. Shape fill, I'm gonna sample this color right here. So it's actually about the same color as that. And then I just type to add in what they want to the logo. So I inserted a logo, and then I'm going to put, they say for step 5, replace the word organization. You're just actually typing in Educate U. And then what I need to do is click up here and format, a button under text box tools. I'm going to have it align in the middle, and then I'm also going to change the text fit to best fit, so it's much bigger. So there's my little cheesy logo. If you want to spend more time to make it look fancier, great. Otherwise, for the purposes of this exercise, this is fine. Now, certificate of appreciation, they want us to change it for step 6. So this is step 6 to certificate of completion. So yay, they have completed it. Step number 7, we're changing this in recognition of valuable contributions to for successful completion of Introduction to Publisher 2007, quotation marks and then period. Now number 8, delete the bottom signature line from the certificate, so that'll be signed by only one person. So we'll get rid of that. And then also it says here, get rid of the signature and date boxes, leaving only one remaining on the flyer. So let's click and get rid of those. Alright, so I've gotten rid of those for step number 8 and 9. Then number 10, it says replace the text signature with Margaret Colvin, training manager. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert a text box and actually draw it right up above here. And then I'm going to type in her name. So Margaret Colvin, training manager. So I just drew a text box just like that, very simple, and then I'm gonna actually line it again like this, and it looks like, put it to best fit, there we go. So that way it's automatically signed. It says here to add your logo to the content library, so let's do that. I click on it. This is for step number 11, I choose Insert, and then click on Page Parts, and then go all the way down here to Add Selection to Page Parts Gallery. So let's do that. I'm going to name it Educate You Logo, because that's what they want us to. I'll leave it in Page Parts, and then I'm going to change it from the category General to Logos, because as you can see here, it doesn't exist. So let's add that in, and then click OK. It says here that we need to click and delete name of recipient, but not its text box. So I'm clicking inside of it, backspace, perfect. I finished step number 12. And then for step number 13, it says send everything to the master page. So Control A will select everything, and then I click on Page Design tab up top, and then I scroll or move my mouse all the way over here to the right and select Master Pages, and I'm going to choose Send to Master Page. Alright, great. So it sent all of it, so that's very wonderful. Let's see, and then I'm going to view the master page. I'm actually going to adjust this here. This is a little bit off. When I aligned it, it doesn't seem to be lined up right. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, so I send everything to the master page. 14, view the master page and send the blank text box right here, this one, back to the foreground. So I'm going to click on the page design, master pages again, and choose send to foreground. And it's moved that text box for me, so that's very convenient. Then return to page 1. So I'm going to get out of the master page. You can see how they remember that whenever this is yellow, that means you're in the master page. When it's gray like this, you're on a normal page, the foreground. But if it's yellow, you're on a master page. So make sure you pay attention. So return to the foreground page 1. It says create 5 new pages, all of which duplicate all objects on the page. And the way I can do that, I'm just going to do Insert Page and choose Insert Page. And what it'll do is it'll let me choose a number. I'm going to put 5, and then of course duplicate all objects on page 1 and click OK. So click here, Insert Page, 5, after current page, duplicate all objects on page 1. Alright, now we aren't finished yet. We still have some steps on the next page, so make sure you turn to page 80. Step number 17. On page 1, enter Jennifer Simon as the recipient. So I put that in and print it. It should resemble illustration A. So what I'll do is, it says only to print 1 page, so I'm actually going to save this first. File, Print. Now when I do this, normally you're selecting all your pages, but I'm actually going to click. You can see it showing in black and white. And switch to 1. And then I'm going to choose Microsoft Print to PDF. It's taking a little bit of time to load. That's fine. You see it switches back to color. That's just because of how that printer was set. And I have only page 1 selected. So print. Remember, you're going to save the PDF with the same name that you would for this file. So we named it 16 certif, and then your initials, so certif underscore and my initials, and then there we go. Saved it. Then it says here, type the following names on the remaining 5 pages. So I'm going to go through and do that. So page 2, Carol Simpson. Page 3, Cindy Bell. Page 4, Jamal Joyner. Page 5, Maria Martinez. And then of course 6, Joseph Jackson. So it works great. And then I'm going to save my work in Exile Publisher. So once I've done that, and then remember, you're going to have 2 specific files from this exercise. You're going to have 16 certif, the publication, which has all the pages, and then you're going to have your PDF, which will only have the 1 page, the first one, Jennifer Simon, right here. So you don't have to worry about filling in the date because it didn't say anything about it in the exercise, but you can submit these 2 files. Make sure you do that, and of course submit it on a USB drive. And that is how you complete exercise 16. And congratulations, because we have finished lessons 1 and 2, and now we're able to move into lessons 3, where we get to explore more with Publisher, which I know you are all very excited.